Welcome back. Another beautiful day of Dota 2 underway here as the Eastern European DPC Tour 2 continues. And Virtus.pro take on One Move Trent as we get a little deeper. A couple of teams have played quite a few series, and I think Virtus.pro now only on their third one so far.
Already? I guess it's not already. We're almost done. I don't know. This obviously the older seasons used to be like so slow. Yeah, it took a very long time. But now we're fast paced, and that just means that every game, we always talk about how much every game matters during the DPC, but not only do they still matter just as much, but it's almost more stressful because you have less time in between to adjust when things aren't going quite too well.
Yeah, I mean, looking at One Move, they've played 4 series. This is their 5th now, taking on really the biggest teams in the division so far. BetBoom, Spirit, Hellraisers, tanking losses to all of them. No great surprise, but taking games off of each of them, definitely a good sign. Their one victory is against Hydra, but now they're up against One Move. They've got Darkside and Na'Vi to play. So One Move in a situation where they need wins, and Virtus.pro, it feels like a situation where they would like to win, having only played a couple of series.
Yeah, it's, I mean, Virtus.pro, 2 series, 0-2, 2-0. One Move, like you said, they've taken a game in every one of their losses, and their victory was a 2-1. So someone's getting their little streaks broken here. Will we actually get a game 3? Will it be another 2-0? I feel like One Move is going to keep that streak alive with maybe another 2-1 in the cards.
Or the coin lands on its side, and we get a 1-1. It's a best of 2, Trent. We're no longer in best of 3s.
Finally. Yeah, now we figured it out. This is what we needed all along. But we do have a draft. And we have, what do we have? We have a Death Prophet, a Slark in the first phase, and a Pango and an Ancient. Well, if you got to leave it in,
yep,
then you're going to play versus it. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this a couple of times. It feels like it's got to the point where a lot of teams and captains and drafters are kind of saying, hey, I've had enough of being required to ban this goddamn hero when I'm second pick. Okay, we'll let it through. You've got first pick, take it. Maybe we've got some answers up our sleeve to try and deal with it.
Well, straight away, the Undying for the lane and a Leshrac for Virtus.pro.
We've seen this Undying being used. Yeah. A very, very early Lesh pick. But I guess mid-game against Spiderlings, you're pretty good. He's a hero that enables you to trade, so when Broodmother's in that mood of pushing into enemy safe lane tier 1 and invading jungle, Leshrac can kind of do the same thing. Curious to hear your thoughts on Undying against Brood, though, because I feel like we've seen him used a lot, like Undying Drow, Undying whoever it may be, deal with Brood decently in lane.
Yeah, I think it's, it used to be, again, like, I don't know, whenever I talk about Brood, I always think of old Brood and new Brood, because I think that people still kind of have misconceptions in some ways in terms of like how they deal with her in the lane, because she's kind of like 2 heroes. Before level 6, she's a very different hero. She's more like, almost like a Monkey King. Like, she just wants to like right-click you and lifesteal and sustain from like you and creep. She's like a weird Bloodseeker Monkey King thing. So it makes sense that when she's trying to like stay in the lane, stay aggressive, that Undying is going to be strong there, because typically, obviously, you think about spiders and Undying doing basically nothing versus them. That's true. But, before spiders, much more effective.
Well, spiders get really annoying. Yeah, I think if you just like delay her level 6, you can kind of drag things out for long enough, extend that laning phase a little longer. There's a Snapfire comes out for One Move now. I mean, we were talking about how Lesh was quite an early pick. The Snapfire against Undying makes sense with a little Shredder, but it means it's also... maybe you've got different thoughts, but kind of pigeonholed into a support role?
Very likely. I mean, it could be moved around, of course, depending on how things go, but only if you've really got a solid mid player here, if Finecrowd wants to try that. So we'll see. Obviously, it can definitely work with the right allies on the side lanes, but it would have to be a pretty aggressive position 1 hero, I think, if you want to make a mid snap work here, since you do have a Brood. Love the Naga Siren ban. That's actually what I was going to go into, because I feel like a lot of teams, if they see Brood right now, will just straight up go Undying Naga Siren. I feel like that's a very common answer. And with her being in the pool, I'm kind of surprised they didn't. And I wonder if they have any other ideas for this Leshrac just because of this. I don't recall them doing the safe lane Leshrac. Maybe I'm just forgetting in terms of this roster or these players. Like, some teams, you know that they're willing to like just play it. We've had a couple of teams, I believe, in this region even trying it. And Western Europe Division 2, we had a lot of teams that were doing it, I remember, from the safe lane too. So I do think that the Lesh is pretty interesting considering they have the last
Virtus.pro's
overall pick.
turn
That's
to
not what I would have
ban.
expected.
Yeah, and I guess even like you look at Liquid and they're one of the big teams to do that as well. Just give Mickey Malesh some magic damage carry.
Yeah.
Let him go wild with it. Pudge now banned as well. Another hero that's pretty decent because his Vanguard timing comes
10
around that
seconds
level 6 of the
remaining.
Brood, pre-level 6 of the Brood. So you're always going to be pretty good just to
5
stick it out
seconds
in the lane.
remaining.
Yeah, this Undying Pudge lane would be pretty spooky to deal with as well. Hey, where do we go now?
I'm wondering if this would actually be an okay Terrorblade game now for Virtus.pro. Not like first pick here, but like depending on what the next two heroes are. Because I kind of complained about Undying Terrorblade the other day, but in that sense, I feel like it was logical. Why it didn't look good. I think in this sense, Undying Terrorblade actually looks a little bit better, like helping to reduce the abilities of the Broodmother early. Plus, you have the high armor as well on the TB.
Dire team ban.
I think the hero matches up pretty well versus Broodmother overall, as long as they don't have like crazy aggressive like jungle diving, which they're banning out. They've already gotten rid of Pango, Ench, Ember, and Puck, which to me are heroes that just dive jungle.
Yeah, that dive jungle also very
10
good against
seconds remaining.
heroes that are similar to themselves, these elusive spirit heroes.
Yeah.
I'm wondering about
5
like a Nature's
seconds
Prophet
remaining.
as a
Mhm.
possibility for VP, because going
Or
to
one
third
move
pick,
too.
yeah, that could work out. I think for VP, for me, it would be super nice because it has this multi-flex where it's like, is it pos 1 Prophet or Lesh? Is he going mid? What's happening?
Virtus.pro's
And then you've got that
turn
ability to
ban.
play with the Lesh throughout the game and just shove towers.
And we
I
have
got
another
Lycan now.
another one of these instances where the ban is on the Lycan and not the Beastmaster, which I think is I don't know. I feel like
Interesting.
Lycan is just harder Beastmaster in a lot of ways. Obviously can be
10
stronger, but I always
seconds
feel like
remaining.
it's much more difficult to make work in your draft.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
I don't know, have Virtus.pro played it? I mean, I guess they've only played a couple series, right? So nothing's, obviously I'm sure they have way more info based on scrims and stuff, but I don't know, interesting.
Yeah, I'm often just way more scared of Beastmaster than Lycan. Like, okay, Lycan can kind of cut back lines, find these support snipes pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he acts more like a Broodmother than Beastmaster does, in the fact that Beastmaster, we always talk about how he's kind of, some regard stuck in his lane that doesn't allow the safe lane carry of your own team to go and play on the opposite side of the map. And Lycan can do that cut across. So what, their Radiant side, so he can cut from like top tier 2 down towards enemy ancients with shapeshift.
Yeah,
And
that's
go
true.
behind tier 1 and like he's much better at wrapping around, I think is what I'm
the
getting
helm the helm power spike is much stronger. It's like
Yeah.
way easier to make it happen. That is definitely true. Like Beastmaster is like very good in the static area, but if you actually want to
10
like
seconds
make something happen on a
remaining.
random spot on the map, Lycan is much more powerful. And he just has this
5
weird howl thing
seconds
going on the whole
remaining.
game that you can't really feel the effect of, but it's there. One of those,
It's bloody annoying.
Dire team pick.
Well, Rubik, and there's the Drow. Drow against Lash, we see this a fair amount. You get to that 40-minute mark, Drow with the Daedalus, just like 3 hits the Lash rack so many times. We've seen it so many times, it's actually ridiculous at this point.
Good heroes be good.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
was actually just curious in terms of Afterlife playing Broodmother. He
5
played
seconds
it
remaining.
this at the start of the season versus Hydra in a loss. But other than that, he's actually he has not played very much Brood. Like outside of literal like in-house games. Oh wait, Team Empire versus DC back at the Nanyang Championship Season 2 was his first real match with it, guys. He went
When was that? Was that 2017 or something?
2016.
Oh my god!
He had an Echo Saber. Wait, did they have Echo Saber in 2016? Am I crazy? Is that item that old? I guess.
Echo Brood?
It's listed as Echo Saber Diffusal 2.
Nice.
BKV AC bots. Nice build. Was an L,
Sick
unfortunately. Team Empire could not defeat Digital Chaos. Sunspan wins again.
Wait, which one was Nanyang the one on the boat?
It was season 2, so I think this one wasn't on the boat. I think season 1 was on the boat.
Okay. God, that takes me back.
Anyway, yeah, he only has like a dozen like real games of Brood, which is, I mean, for someone who's been playing obviously for an extremely long time, that's a little surprising.
Remaining.
Let's hope he's got some practice in then.
he hasn't got a lot of W's. I'll be real.
Oh dear.
So it's let's see how that's going now. But there's Nature's Prophet. It does arrive. That flex that you were fearing is indeed rearing its ugly head. Except
It's there.
It's not the mushroom head yet, so it's not an ugly head quite yet.
Mushroom hat. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't disparage the mushroom hat, Trent.
It's a powerful cosmetic. It's probably the most powerful cosmetic in Dota.
Virtus.pro's turn
For better or
to
for worse.
ban.
Catches the eye of your opponent, distracts them.
Also, Clockwork's back. This guy, he's been ditched. I don't know. I still thought this hero was really strong, but most teams not willing to grab it up. I still think he's like the best 5 at just doing something, no matter
10 seconds
like
remaining.
what time of the game or how far behind you are or how far ahead you are. Clockwork
5
is just like,
seconds
hey, you guys want to
remaining.
fight? We can fight. I can make that happen for us.
He's just not the best 5 against summons, it feels like. When you're against
true.
Beastmaster, like if this is a 3 Nature's Prophet and a 5
Dire
Clockwork,
team back.
treants are going to get in the way all the time. Zombies are going to be annoying. I think it can be a little more challenging to find the angles for your hook shot, but you've still got
Mhm.
Rocket Flare and the just innate tankiness of the guy. He kind of feels to me like Nyx did 2 years ago, where you can see how strong he can be.
10
The blink
seconds
stun from
remaining.
Nyx, the hook shot in from Clockwork, great initiation. But it's like, where do you get your
5
levels in
seconds
farm? If you
remaining.
don't do well in lane, you're kind of roaming around level 3, 10 minutes in, going, well, this is fun. Let's
That's the
stack
real
some
GG
ancients.
moment. Yeah, it's just
Yay.
over at that point.
So
Well,
hopefully,
probably a mid here. I mean, he has played mid snap before. They were trying it out last month. He played a couple games for
Virtus.pro's
Ancrad.
turn
So
to ban.
I'm kind of curious, but I feel like there must be a better mid in this situation.
Yeah, and it felt like they've picked the Snapfire to deal with Undying. So you expect Brood Snap to be against the Undying whoever lane.
Yeah.
10
Lesh probably
seconds
mid. They're
remaining.
keeping Prophet open 1 or 3. And you've got Clock
It's-
Drow at lane, so I think,
5
yeah, you're right. Probably
seconds
just a mid laner.
Is Storm Spirit too greedy?
Ooh.
Dire team pick.
Nah, they're just gonna
Well.
ban it anyway. Yeah. I mean, honestly, his hero pool is just not that big. I mean, there's still Queen. That's something, with Lesh games and stuff. Oh, he's played some OD in the past, but that doesn't look great either. Leshrac Nature's Prophet. I
10
don't think that's
seconds
the
remaining.
play here.
Is it just Void Spirit?
That's I was thinking the same
5
thing.
seconds.
Ember and
Mm.
Storm's banned. Like that's pretty much where we're at.
Like, I need a Spirit hero. I want to jump. I want to catch Prophet. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like
Fake
that.
Spirit. Fake Spirit. Oh, well, maybe no. Is it? No. it
Mid
has to be.
Timber.
Yeah, it has to be mid timber. Don't think anything else is gonna work very well.
Is Uncrad one of those weird mid Brood players?
But there's a Bat
It's
Rider
simple,
left
isn't
in the. Don't you just pick mid Bat
10
now?
seconds remaining.
Oh, is Bat left in?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I think you
5
just go back. Then you have
Yeah.
Bat versus Brood and Timber, right? And you go
I
safe lane
think-
Lesh, off lane NP, GG.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like,
Oh, dear.
oh dear.
Oh, dear. I mean, if
I'm
they
gonna
don't
be
pick
just
Bat,
disappointed.
what's... Very disappointed.
Yeah, I'll just be sad. If they don't pick Bat, I'll just be sad.
I mean, what
I mean-
could they be thinking? We need... Like, Bat fits everything. If they pick, like, an
yes.
Underlord or something here, I'm going to be mad. Not just sad.
Yeah, I can't imagine what else would be that much better. I mean, they could theoretically be like, oh, we want more burst damage and like some global thing and do like a Zeusy thing, but like I don't know. Or like they pick a safe lane hero. But I don't know. Bat seems
pick-
sick.
They pick, like, Faceless Void or something. It's like, we need more team fight AoE control. I mean, one thing they are lacking is, like, stuns and catch.
Choose
And,
your hero.
okay, Monkey King is going to give you a stun.
Fine.
So that's the carry Monkey, offlane, Nature's Prophet. Okay. Bat would have been really nice. I'm pretty sure they were considering it, right? The length of
Yeah.
the length of time it took them for that last pick.
Sag.
Oh, well.
Monkey King. This guy kind of everywhere. Pretty popular hero these days. I feel like obviously a lot of support players are gravitating towards it in officials and in pubs. I think he's like one of the most popular picks right now, like the higher tier brackets. Still seeing mostly Battle Fury, but the Radiance is catching up very quickly.
Hell yeah.
I think Mickey went Deso Rush too. I believe in one of the last Liquid games that I caught a bit of too, which I thought was really nice that game. They just need like that heavy aggression. Worked out really well for them. I think they won at least. So, you know, this hero is pretty good in that regard, that you can get quite a few different itemizations going.
Yeah, he's pretty flexible. I mean, you still see like Saxa and stuff playing at support as well. Like you said, he's pretty good across the board. But there we go. Draft ready for VP against one move as we do a quick video from EGB before we get things started.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Welcome back. Here we are. One move against VP, and the game is ready. So we can start things off with game one of this best of three. And like we were saying before the match, Virtus.pro only a couple of series under their belts. They're wanting a win here and try and get themselves up to that leaderboard as one move. They've lost 3 of their 4 series. 3 of the big teams suffering losses against them. Kind of need a win right now. Looking decent here with this draft up against VP.
They're in maintenance mode, trying to just trying to stay in the division, you know.
Yeah, just don't lose.
Yeah.
Just really don't lose mode. Does Timber have a CS already? Is he killing treants or what's up? Any observer wards
I
dying?
guess so.
Radiant gets a sneaky deep one on
30
their side of the river.
seconds to battle.
They were pinging out this dire one mid lane, so I think they know that's around. We'll see what they do with it though. There's one move. I've got another Snapfire lane down bottom, guarding bounty runes. Timber Sword's going to be mid against the
Ooh.
Lash. And
see
what's happening?
One move is favored here in the odds.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's not like crazy one-sided because you still get like 1.6 or whatever, but I don't know. That's a kind of value. It's a little value for 2 teams I consider pretty even.
Yeah, I think if it was doing this blind and just looking draft on draft, I'd probably just agree with those odds. I like one move's draft more because they've got Broodmother. You know, just give the give the Broodmother some juicy odds. Timber Sword's pretty strong as well. Drow Ranger's on the up and up. But yeah, I think if you look draft plus teams, probably a dead even match here in game one.
Yeah, but imagine if they had bat though. Then not.
Then yeah, I'm just all in on the bat team. Then I think that was a really good call, but. I guess Kiritich was thinking, I don't want to play Nature's Prophet. That's a stinky offlane hero.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I don't want Leshrac. Just give me this. I mean, he had 2 great choices. He didn't want either. Not having it. So in terms of matchups, they have done what you would hope to do, I would think, as Virtus.pro. Like, I think this is the matchups they want. They have this Undying versus the Broodmother, because there were opportunities to like do some weird matchup things here, I would assume. But because like you don't really want these Undyings in lanes versus these ranged heroes, so maybe they could try something sneaky. But that's a Wraith Band. See ya.
Yeah, I mean FNG killed the Brood Courier. Now Snapfire returning the favor. And kind of interesting, during the draft, you were comparing Broodmother to this kind of Bloodseeker-y, Monkey King-y kind of hero.
Yeah.
And because you've got this Snap Undying support opponent lane, they've dragged the waves, they're making their own little lane for themselves, and you literally have Monkey against Brood in a 1v1. So Jingu, in a level or so, up against the spin webs. Regeneration against regeneration.
Yeah, neither having those signature abilities quite yet, but those from level 2. And so instantly, of course, Kiritich is like, get over here. Trying to bully and pressure. Gotta make sure he denies that range creep first, though. Very nice. Man, the level 1 is brutal here for Afterlife.
Look at FNG go. And Gilligan, he might just die now. Decay in 2 seconds. Wait, is he fast enough with boots so he won't get punched? He'll get decayed, but then he's healing enough. Oh, keeps aggro on the wave as well. Well, our eyes are on the mid lane as it looks like Squadix going to get a water rune, but Gilligan pulling off some fancy footsteps down in that bottom lane. FNG just going to keep bullying them. What a hero Undying is.
For mangoes, this is kind of the life here. Gilligan doesn't have a salve, though, so... Oh, sorry. My math is,
What's wrong with your math?
Oh, I
What were
think
you
said
counting?
5. Sorry. I thought I had miscounted mangoes. Oh, he drops the tombstone.
Oh, he's going for it. I don't know what I was saying now. Tombstone dead. FNG. I get a Jingo up on Kiritich. No Boundless, though, sadly.
That was one of those situations where it would be very, very common for the Snapfire to have already spent the point on Cookie and not have Little Shredder at level 2. You know what I mean?
true.
And then you go, well, why'd you pick Snap if you don't have it? So since I would always flame when that happens, well done, Gilgear, for having the presence of mind to be like, this Monkey King could get aggressive, which means FNG could go for an early tomb play. I should probably be ready for that.
Yeah, don't let them
Very
die.
impressed.
And this Undying's running around like 1,000 HP, 77 base damage. Very irritating as Gilgear looks to try and drag the next wave. And as always, we have one lane where there's like all the action. Mid lane just a farm trade, we're not looking there at all. Have you looked at top?
Nope, but Rubik is being chased down now. So Alseush and Pantomime battling it out here. But as the Treants start to hobble their way over, he'll retreat.
So it's another lane where we basically have two 1v1s. Trying to drag the wave, blocking camps, body blocking camps. And then Munkushi against Notice, 1v1 Drow against Nature's Prophet, where it looks like Notice getting the upper hand. Blightstone boots plus the Treants, getting so many more last hits and value from the Treants to help you deny.
Munkushi's doing pretty well for being under tower a lot of the time as well, which can be pretty frustrating against Drow. Like, she's one of those heroes I definitely don't like lasting under tower as Drow. Feels ugly. In combination with Treants that are just able to like dive you and also hit the creeps. And mid lane, I see a jump there from Aincrad. Some of the Timbers I know mid will like skip Timber Chain, but Aincrad not going that way.
Yeah, it's outputting a lot of damage.
Reactive. I'm surprised he has 2 points. I guess he must need it versus Leshrac.
Yeah, I guess Lightning Storm's super annoying. So you just tank the creep wave, you heal through the Lightning Storm, you've got Stick to help you.
Yeah, I thought maybe there's an
two,
opportunity to be like crazy aggressive. Maybe there is if you have the right support heroes, where you just do this like one or like straight up no points kind of like. The problem is you can't guarantee that YOLO kills in the mid lane, obviously, because the trees aren't good enough.
Yeah, like if he had a Rubik on his team, or a Mirana Lantern Arrow or something.
Yeah.
Maybe then they could go for those kind of plays.
He does have the branches, though. We got to keep an eye on that, you know?
Oh yeah, for the place and
Radiant
forward.
scanning.
Just for that, because it's in the mid lane, right? You got to make it work
Yeah.
sometimes.
Try and find those sneaky little plays. So far, doing very well, 32 and 7. Leshrac a little bit further behind. Trying to get into the arcanes after bottle. Both of them very similar, if not identical item builds. Branches, stick, arcanes, bottle. Yeah, exactly the same. I wonder if, like, what's their plan going to be when they hit level 6? Like, Aincrad's just cracked it. Squadix is not far away. Do they bring supports mid to guard 6-minute rune and fight around it?
Yeah, I would have thought Gilgear would be up for that. I mean, Gilgear and FNG are both going to battle it out. So there you go. There is a point for stun here from Gilgear. I can't imagine going 2 point Scatterblast. I feel like the stun is like way more worth it.
No,
But
Mortimer, it's
Illusion
not
Rune,
that
nice.
time. And not that short, anyhow.
Phantom will secure their bounty rune. And Gilgear using the illusions and the bullying of FNG. Very nice. Yeah.
Get
Pretty
out of
sweet.
here. That's both bounty runes. And that, having left the monkey alone, has given Kiritich a completely free lane. 37 and 15. I mean, Nature's Prophet, 28 and 16. Both side lanes going very well for VP if the Lash is just a little behind in the mid. It looks like Broodmother really struggling. You know, we talked about the Undying. The Monkey King apparently has also worked out very well. And this is something that Broodmother can struggle with, is having that delayed level 6 timing, delayed, you know, Greaves or whatever it may be. Especially if, like we've seen a lot in Eastern Europe, they bring those numbers down bottom to fight her when she tries to push.
Yeah, I think the early level advantage really hurt him too. Like, Kiritich is level 6 right now. I mean, he just cracks 5 on Afterlife right now.
Dire's courier
Just
has
not
been
a
killed.
great spot, like at all.
Bottom tower
FNG? What's he up to? He's trying to put the tombstone down, but this battery assault doesn't let him. Finally gets it off, but first blood for Pantomime. Tombstone down to the little shredder. And Notice, oh, they're TPing Timbersaw top. No, it's cancelled out. Notice just going to get slowed down by the frost arrows. Tries to kill Gilgear and turn around and fight, but with the cogs there, he's pushed around and Drow Ranger grabs up another kill for one move.
structures are fortified.
Poor FNG, man. He spent like 7 seconds trying to tombstone. Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't great. I mean, that was like the hope of taking what you had built in the bottom lane and transferring that power to the top. Okay, oh, we gave all this freedom to our Monkey King, so we can kind of do whatever. Let's go up top and try and bully this Drow a little bit. And you need to make those plays work, because you did give up the mid as well, because they obviously went for this Monkey King instead of going for like the counter pick from the mid. So they have decided they wanted Einkrad to have an okay game. The Squadix does catch out Gilgear there, so that'll be their first kill of the game here with Virtus.pro.
Nice. Yeah, poor Gilgear was out of mana. He was waiting to see if he could cookie to high ground. And he thinks there's a ward up on the spire, but it's actually off to the right near that large camp. A sneaky little spot. FNG still looking for this obs mid as well. And there's one more sentry, but he's not been able to find the vision that one move have. And it also looks like they've ditched the bottom lane for a second. Monkey King, I guess he was gathering some items from his courier. Returns to clear the wave, but Broodmother now level 6, so she starts to take a little more control over that bottom right-hand corner of the map. And this is where I want to see VP decide what to do. They tried the 3 heroes up top, but let's send 4 heroes bottom now and kill the Brood.
Oh no, FNG got his soul ring.
I just get just bad to worse for this Brood, doesn't it? It's not fun.
It's like you just got to become the hero that you wanted to be. It's like no more am I just the sit in lane and sustain thing with my health and my mischance. Now I'm the spiders, but oh, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I have no mana to make a new army.
Easy money. I was going to put Kiritich on Echo Saber, what, 11 minutes in? He's going to be really strong on this Monkey King.
Yeah.
4,800 net worth.
I mean, all of our CS records virtually are from Broodmother games. Whenever you look at like the 10-minute last hit records and all that stuff, it's like almost always versus a Brood. But these days, you don't often see it this bad. Like, he is just cruising right now on this Monkey King.
He's clearing everything.
Yeah, they're going to do this.
With a tomb on it, Gilgear will be there with a cookie to get Afterlife. A little bit of distance. So they escape with the Brood, but this means they didn't need to bring so many heroes down here. Just the lane partners are here. They guard bottom tier 1. Not allowing Brood to play as she wants. Can they kill FNG? Yeah, it's really tanky. But they'll throw the Timbersaw at him as well.
It is interesting, like I mean, I get why he has no points in the Insatiable Hunger. Because, like, the cooldown is really long, and he started at such a level disadvantage. But to have 0 is pretty unusual. I don't recall seeing this very often at all.
Flesh? Yeah, sliced.
It's basically Afterlife just saying, like, I have no chance of fighting them. Like, at all. Which is crazy.
It's close to where my game's over. Please go and do winning things elsewhere.
Yeah.
Draw their attention top. Drow, do some stuff.
Pretty GG, honestly, on that build. It's like, I'm not playing for another, like, 15 minutes, guys. I am not a threat. There's so much on Einkrad this game. He needs to carry so hard.
Yeah, he really does. Like, what is the Brood still just gonna go pipe, I guess? Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, pipe into fighting with the team and hopefully joining at some point. Phantom
Yeah,
M
like
in
10
trouble
minutes.
here. Everything's on cooldown, but not the worst kill to give up. Mankushi immediately bails. Unfortunately, the only place to really go is the tier 2 mid to start jungling. Not the most efficient
Dire's
spot to
top
head
tower
to.
is under attack.
They do already have some ancient
Dire's
stacks, though,
top
so that's a good
tower
sign.
has fallen.
That's good. I mean, that was 3 cores top from VP. No supports rotating. Like, FNG's holding mid lane. Sayush was scouting, grabbing a bounty rune now. 3 cores, just transition top. Quick kill into tier 1.
Gilgear.
Yeah, in trouble. Cookie's back to high
Nice
ground.
angle.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
finds
tower is
a little
under
loophole in the aggression from VP. Timber chain in. Einkrad trying to make a meal of this. But FNG and Kiritich, they've got the Wukongs. Good damage from the kisses and chakra. FNG and Kiritich now in trouble. Burst down by Einkrad. Singers can't connect with the stolen chakram. He gets turned around on. There's more here left to give, but Afterlife and Einkrad dive the tier 1 mid.
All right, now let me just say, there's 2 heroes that I say this about every single draft. Clockwork and Snapfire. Nothing matters before 10 minutes of these 2 heroes if you can get level 6. Like, doesn't matter how far behind you are. If you can just get level 6 on Snap, you can go kill someone. You know, it will happen with the kisses. Like if you require such minimal setup, such easy peasy stuff, and then clockwork, exact same thing. The two together, it's like the cheat code to get out of a bad start of a game. So that's step one. I mean, you gotta do it again for one move, but that was massive.
Yeah, just unlocked the back door, ran around, completely caught them off guard.
Dire are scanning.
It started to feel like it was becoming a smooth game for VP.
Yeah.
Defeated the Brood, moved top, killed the tower, invade jungle, come back to mid, just defend mid, right? Simple. Gilgear with that angle back to high ground really baited and sucked them in.
Look at FNG though. Out. You guys ever been here? 13 minutes, you're level 4.5.
He's got boots at least.
That's true. I hate this feeling. It's like, yeah, well, everyone else's XP is more important than mine. Well, true. That is true. But like, weren't you mid for a bit? Like, what happened, man?
I mean, do you remember the days of offlane Tidehunter? And I'm talking like 8-9 years ago.
When you just tried to get 6?
When you just tried to get 6. You just tried to get boots, you just tried to get 6. And it's like 10 minutes in, you're a level 3 Tidehunter because you got tri-laned by a Visage Undying or something like that.
And all you could do was look across the minimap to see how the other lane was going.
They caught Kiritich before he could jump back to the trees. They missed the hook shot, but it doesn't matter that much. Tombstone defended for now as Aincrad goes back in for more aggression out of this Timbersaw. And now the bonus money, they're not going for it. Kill it maybe? Pantomime,
Pantomime's hello?
Plus 150.
Do you not see this, Aincrad? He just walked by. I had to make sure his shocker wasn't out. And I was like, why is he killing him?
Yeah, I immediately was like, are they going on someone? Who's the next kill that Aincrad's looking at? It's just nothing's there.
Maybe he was just trying to give. Maybe he hadn't been salted. Maybe he just wanted the gold.
Yeah, maybe. That's
Leave it.
More reasonable explanation. One move doing very well to fight back though. This Timbersaw, he said he's got to do a lot of heavy lifting. Top of the net worth, having a great time.
But top for the Radiant. Look what's done for Noticed. The eggs. That is kind of interesting. Okay, so one thing about this item that I've been thinking about lately is the scaling of the root doesn't exist. It is it starts immediately at the highest level of root, which is kind of cool. So when you're getting it now at like 15 minutes, that's a little bit wild.
Just immediately strong.
Yeah. They also have the full Bloodstone done here, alongside
the Echo of Monkey.
Selling with TP. Yeah, okay. When's his BKB done? He's at 13. I mean, he's pretty farmed, obviously. It's crazy to think he's now 4th on the list, though. Like, I thought he was going to snowball into a really frightening monkey game.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Kiritich.
Well, I guess that's what happens. Was Kiritich in trouble? Hey, goes for the Wukong.
I don't think so.
There's a fight in the bottom jungle as well. Pantomime dies up top. Down in the bottom jungle, Gilgear being chased, stunned by the Lesh. Snapfire caught and taken down. So Aincrad and Gilgear played aggressively into FNG's Undying at the same time as the Monkey King got gone on. So Monkey wins a 1v2, and then bottom lane is like a 3v2, and VP win both fights.
Yeah, that's a little unusual.
So I was going to say, what can VP do before FNG hits level 6? Apparently, they just go and fight.
It is a bit of a dangerous gank on the Monkey King when you only have the Drow like that. Like, it is dependent on her positioning being perfect and just rolling somewhat luckily, I would say, on the marksmanship.
Kisses for mid. Little piggy. Toasted.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And finally, the tier 1 going to be broken by one move. VP.
It looked like he was thinking about going there. He's pumping the hook shot a little.
Yeah, I mean, Radiant have this high ground vision. Dire will see them coming from the right-hand side. And they go up to the opposing Ancients. Monkey King's definitely becoming a nuisance now. Could definitely see them get some of these high ground Tinker wards. They're even scanning in the trees, trying to look for him. They're spreading pretty wide as one move. 2 up at top, while Aincrad goes deep in the mid. Gilgear charging forward with a cookie on the Spiderling. Does catch the Nature's Prophet. So Aincrad's in and burst down Noticed. No follow through here from VP. They can't catch up to anybody. Aincrad's too fast. And the only stuns they've got are the root from Nature's Prophet ult and the telekinesis out of Rubik.
Alright, nice. Now here's a question. Do you think he does the disassemble BKB or no?
on Monkey.
Yeah.
Dire's
Like, is it
middle
a
tower is under
good enough
attack.
game for it? I guess you just do it anyway, right? Just do Mage Slayer into Orchid.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what he goes for. I mean, FNG's just dying in the mid lane. There's the Dry Ranger. Sayer's gone.
You know what I meant. BKB into Orchid. I don't think you do Mage Slayer, rather, is what I meant to say.
Squadix. There's another cookie. He's going to get closed in on. Who's Einkrat's coming in from the southern side? Thinking about diving. I mean, you on the Monkey King topic, I think you could just still go back for the Echo, right? Like, I think he definitely disassembles for BKB.
Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower
And
is
then
under
go
attack.
Yeah,
back
I mean, I
to-
guess you... Yeah.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah, I guess you do. You just go Echo, and then you hold that, and then, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, how good is Mage Slayer here? Against Timbersaw, very. Snapfire,
Radiant's
very.
top tower
Everybody
has
else
fallen.
is kind of whatever, right?
Yeah. And with Monkey, it, like, I don't know. Obviously, it feels good a lot later, but it's like getting to the
Radiant's
Orchid,
top
if you're going to do
tower is
that
under
build
attack.
as well, it's just like, that takes such a long
Dire's
time.
bottom
That's so much better on,
tower
like, the
is under
4
attack.
Monkey, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
No, I think you just
FNG.
really enjoy the raw HP out of the Ogre Axes. And FNG's living. He'll finally die. Took a long old time. Pantheon got a hook shot back to the Broodmother, and away he goes. I thought the clock was absolutely trading his life for it. He survives. And so far, this Wrath of Nature, it's looked annoying, but it hasn't actually netted them any kills.
I feel like the games where we've seen it be really successful is when you're able to force like big engagements, and so every once in a while they loses half their health, and then you just have this like team fight afterwards that like chases down, and the other team just can't contest you because they're all like half HP. They don't see that as happening, but they're playing a little bit more split than that. Like currently Squadix is still farming a lot, really wants to finish BKB before going to any engagements. We have Monkey King going back, wants to get the Echo Saber. It is done now, so you're back to BKB plus Echo, which is huge. After that, does it go eggs this game?
On the Monkey?
Yeah.
Lag? That's
Whoa.
I just had a huge lag. I was watching the Monkey King just walk on the spot, and I was wondering what the hell was going on.
Oh,
That's
mine looked normal.
eight players out of the game like that. Monkey King, I could see him going for a basher because I still think you need that additional bit of lockdown against the Timbersaw, but that could be resolved with like a Scythe on Prophet and or Lesh. What was I going to talk about though? Was it Timbersaw? Timbersaw going BKB? Oh, there was something I noticed before this lag spike, and now the lag has just lagged my brain.
Yeah, my brain's really in a laggy mood today, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I'm calling all kinds of wrong stuff all over it. Gotta get my item builds in place.
Well, there are the
Ooh,
odds.
but how have our
They've
odds
shifted
changed? Oh my
pretty
goodness.
Far. Holy crap. Wait, what was it at the beginning? It favored one move or it favored VP?
1.6 to 2.1. It did favor one move, yes.
Jeez.
They're looking. I can't believe how like poorly this game started. How like it was not feeling this great. Like the Goldie was pretty much in VP's favor. Things weren't looking great for Afterlife, but mid lane. I don't know. I felt like they had so much pressure that just was never realized from Virtus.pro.
And they've let this Broodmother recover. Pipe, mech, plenty of sustain. That's a Wrath of Nature that connects on 3, so Snap and Clock rooted up. And under that tombstone, their retreat was slowed a little bit. VP fighting into the Aegis team, getting a kill, and now pressuring tier 1. Got to be careful, though. One move could absolutely still fight this. Einkrat's under vision for now. Timber chaining forward, and say goodbye to your Lash. There's the issue. The Drow Ranger just slices through your position 2. Kiritich gonna have to BKB TP home, and Einkrat is chasing forward. They'll see FNG running past the Ancients. They spotted the Monkey King up on the treetops.
Hey, this guy just BKB TP'd. Like, yeah, I'm down to fight. There's no way he's contesting you.
Just charge at him.
Meanwhile, FNG with 2 wards on a mission right now. Good luck, soldier.
Dire are scanning.
Goes for the D-ward play. He's just dancing. Oh, nice, get the bounty. Nice, dance on him, dance on him.
Get some more wards down. Oh, that's what it was. Munkushi's little tag. 0 IQ, top 30, pos 5. Like,
Oh yeah, I like that too. I saw him pubbing as that the other day, actually.
very good. That's what I
Yeah.
saw, and I had a little sensible chuckle to myself. Like, yeah. Uh-huh. Well, FNG's little migration returns to his homelands down in the bottom jungle. Immediately swarmed by spiderlings. Now this is where the game starts to become a little trickier for VP. Drow still has Aegis for 3 minutes, and we know how well she scales. Even 20 minutes in, looking very strong. But once she gets BKB, Daedalus, all this good stuff. Very good at standing her ground, fighting into the monkey and the lash.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they're very quick to maneuver as well. One move, cut out top
Radiant's
wave.
middle tower is under
Kill
attack.
tier 2 mid. Triple
Radiant's
wards
middle
watching
tower has fallen.
all across the river into that
Dire's
top
bottom
lane.
tower is under attack.
And Gertis here has committed to the nullifier too. Pretty interesting. They have Force Staff on
Radiant's top
Snap. They
tower
have
is under
Hurricane
attack.
Pike on the Drow, so that's pretty cool.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that as a third item though.
It's very aggressive.
Oh, they got the catch on Prophet. Notice trying to BKB TP. Looks like he's successful, while at the top lane they used Wukong's command. Kiritich just protecting himself against Aincred's Timbersaw. Both of them trying to clear waves before the other one can do too much about it. But VP is smoking down south. Aegis for another minute 45. Drow Ranger, not the ideal target to go on. And it looks like Pantomime or Afterlife could be scouting this out.
What is happening? Sage is coming back in towards the Radiant. He's going to see now the Clockwork's doing this.
Radiant are scanning.
I can't believe he's about to, is he going to live on this Rubik? I mean,
Looks
they're
like
just
it.
wilding out on this map trying to find this BKB gold for Squadix.
Just give me any little bit of farm, please. This is where all your tier 2s are dead, though. At least they gather up their resources up top. They can't yet take an outpost. Would love to kill this tier 2. But
Oh, imagine though. Imagine they chase Monkey and then like force a fight somehow, and then
Radiant's
suddenly there's
bottom
like
tower
allies
is
here.
under
Like
attack.
they might kill Pantomime.
Radiant's courier.
Okay, if
Oh,
one
he
move-
knows.
Radiant's
If one move
bottom
come in
tower
1 by
has
1, this could be a rough fight for the Dire.
He's just running.
got no idea
He's
who's
thinking
coming.
about it.
Oh, shot.
We got him.
He catches out Sayush. Timbersaw's also gone in 1v3. He has the BKB. Getting up his stacks of living armor. Reactive armor even. And a Clockwork. He's away from there as well. Just in and out. Kill off a Rubik. Now the chase from the Brood and the Snapfire. Dire Vision in the lane can try and see them retreating, so they know they didn't go south. They went up to the northwest. And this leaves the Lashright completely isolated. Squadix dies. Didn't have his BKB delivered just yet. It was on the courier. Wasn't? Wait, am I crazy?
Got killed, I think.
The courier died?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I was like 100% certain he bought the recipe. I was like, wait, where's his BKB? Where's it gone?
Minecraft killed it.
Oh, man. You're right, he did. Well, this has gone from, like, really good laning stage from VP to what the hell, how are they losing territory.
Yeah. Like, honestly. All right, here we go. One free pickup, though, surely.
Shown up.
I grabbed that. I got a stolen cookie as well. It's max level. All right, something to work with. Notice also has a nullifier queued up. Hopefully it doesn't go for it too early, because I feel like we're already on the long road of monkeying and getting this item. It'll take quite a while. Man, it feels like it would have been a pretty good Radiance game this game as well, by the way. Just saying. Considering how farmed he was, how good his start was, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go Radiance. Like Drow and Broodmother, I feel like that's pretty good Radiance reasons.
Yeah, I'm... Oh, they're going on the Drow. Left inside the Wukongs, but the hook shot. Can it buy enough time for the Drow to BKB and force staff
Oh,
away? She's
no.
barely alive. She's trying to get out of there, but the Sprout turn around, grieves her up. The heal comes in from the Brood. Mokushi still being dived over the tier 2. 1 hit away from death. The Monkey King should find it. Gets up to the high ground, but Kiritich, he's too far away. He can't get the touch in, and they've got the control now. Oh, he stuns up the Drow, but it's not enough damage. Munkushi weasels himself out of a sure death scenario. And VP really just scratching their heads wondering what the hell they've done wrong to deserve this.
Oh, that's so brutal. How did she not die?
They all press their buttons, Trent.
She got down to 87 health.
Oh. Why Squadix? No, Squadix. 10 seconds on hook shot. Try and keep vision on him. Nah,
His
is that
Boundless
the-
Strike only did 106 damage because he couldn't cancel out her marksmanship. I assume, at least. That's the only logic I can think of.
Oh.
It must have been up, right? Because like obviously she had like insane amount of armor.
That's really sad. But yeah, this is where I would wish my Nature's Prophet had a Gleipnir, or is going for side device, or I had a
Dude,
Basher.
he is rushing it too. What is happening?
But it's both
He
going
canceled
nullifier.
his he's also rushing a nullifier.
But he's also dying.
Are we dumb?
Does nullifier do something to Timbersaw that I don't know about?
No, I mean it's just good versus force staffs.
Yeah.
I agree, but like that seems like a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, I mean, if I had Gleipnir route to add in the lockdown against, would have caught the Drow there. Against the Timbersaw, it feels really good. Catching Brood. Basher on Monkey King would have been nice. But maybe they're looking at this game thinking, we're not playing for the here and now, we're playing for 15 minutes in the future.
Yeah.
Better than money.
Just hold. Do not let them get any lanes of barracks. Pantomime on that left side of the map. This is the combo that you've been praising. Just a quick little 1-2 between the clock and the snap.
It's dispellable. We can get rid of the Boots of Bearing buff. We got
Oh, hell yeah.
those. Solved, guys. Can you dispel pipe anymore? I always forget. I feel like you can't, but I will check.
No idea.
Yeah, I always forget. Because you used to be able to, but I feel like... no, you can't anymore. Okay.
What about Hood Barrier? I'm guessing also no?
Oh, good question. No. Can't dispel that either.
Radiant's top
Oh,
tower
what's that
is
graph?
under attack.
The difference between the two carries?
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty much how the game's gone. Kiritich looked very good at the start. And the Drow's
Ooh,
caught
got the
up.
slice.
He's cut the tree. Oh, Monkey King. Has to be KB.
Nice.
TP.
Oh.
Cancel. Pantomime's in. Oh, Kiritich.
Strongest enemy I've grappled with.
He will respawn when Roshan
Are
respawns.
scanning.
So at the very least, they'll have everybody alive to fight inside the pit.
That's a tough situation. Like, maybe you could have tried to go for a tree dance by, like, juking, but versus a Timbersaw in the jungle, it's kind of hard to juke. Oh, Aincrad even gets the deny on Squadix, ratting the bottom tier 1. Like, come on. Hits him with the voice line, too.
8-0-4. Yeah, this Timbersaw. Perfect. Perfect game so far. You know, we're talking about what we... I was talking about wishing we had Bashers and Gleipnirs instead of these nullifiers. We're both wishing we had a Bat Rider instead of this Monkey King as well, right?
That's right. Yeah, no matter what happens in this
Radiant's
game, we
top
can always
tower
say,
is under attack.
you know, Bat Rider could not have made it worse, because it's still an L. You know? It's only one result that matters. Win or lose, so...
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And
Imagine
so
like a-
far, it's not looking like a W.
Nope. Especially the way this Timbersaw has had such a free game. Now Drow Ranger with a butterfly. You know there's no MKB coming anytime soon. Is Kiritich like he's delaying his nullifier to buy an MKB now? Nature's Prophet has his nully.
The plus armor is good, at least.
Yeah,
Right?
it does something.
Positives.
Aegis for Drow. And Pantomime scouting them out. Cookied forward, hook shots back.
Send him back in. Send him back in.
Gobble up, toss forward, 2 men hit in the cogs for the kisses. Oh, they are dismantled. BKB from the Monkey King, just a TP home.
Just GG, man.
And that is
Just
where
GG.
it feels like you've got to call it. Man.
Oh, that was one of the best Snapfire Ags reveals I've seen.
Especially because
Clockwork. All right, he's out, guys. He used hook shot.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
goodness.
is under attack.
Do you think FNG is having fun this
Radiant
game?
structures are fortified.
No.
Level 4, 15 minutes in.
Structures are fortified.
What a miserable time.
Oh, you're just sitting in fountain dancing.
I was just going to say, he has been taunting a lot, so maybe it's not that bad.
What else can you do? You got to keep your APM up for your Dota buff afterwards. Otherwise, you sat in base with 20 APM. Well, here goes a lane. I'll try and disable this Timbersaw. I did a lot of damage to him, but now he's got BKB and the Greaves behind him. Noticed Ogre Seal Totem gets him behind towers. Kiritich about to die to the Spawn Spiderlings. And this Mancusi Drow Ranger unloading her entire quiver into the back of the Lesh. Focusing FNGs on dying now. And one move, one step away from victory. They know there's no monkey for 40 seconds. And all they have to do now is gobble up, toss some projectiles forward, and focus down the buildings.
Are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has
All
fallen.
right. So we all hate spinner snare, right? I've got a new eggs. You guys ready? You know that game Katamari Damacy or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Where like you roll and you pick up things?
Yeah.
What if Brood Brothers eggs, you could do that with your spiders? So as you grow your spider army, you could just morph them into this ball that you like roll around like a pango ball.
So it starts picking up trees and buildings and Techie's mines.
Yeah, if you get it big enough, it can, you know, you have to build it with your spiders first, and then it can pick up like some creep wave and a neutral camp, and then, you know, it has like a set timer, and you like run it into people.
Picks up Roshan.
And it does damage based on the total
Radiant are
HP of the
scanning.
units inside the ball.
Uh-huh. So it's
Yeah.
a snowball stampede.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah. It's pretty exciting.
I just pick
Although
up
maybe
all
that
the...
should be for OD, because OD has the dung beetle taunt now.
Oh, it does, yeah.
All right, I'll workshop it a little bit.
Yeah, just make sure, you know, you can't pick up Techie's landmines or anything like that. We
Well,
used to
in the
have-
first patch, you can. You gotta
You
let it
make
happen
fun.
once, then you
Yeah,
patch it.
Make it fun to begin with. Timbersaw has his BKB still ready to press if he needs it, but it looks like the covering fire from the kisses good enough to force VP to pop theirs early. And Ironcrad back in to kill off FNG. There just seems to be no fear here for the Timbersaw. And a forward movement from Pantomime. He's blinked in aggressively to Cogs up Squadix. Sayrush drops. No buyback on the Lesh. So we're into a 4v6 as VP get annihilated inside their own base and GG forced out.
All right, that moment, level 6's clock Snapfire, GG. Like, the way they played that mid-fight, because it was not looking good. It was like, Gilgear was just going to die on Snapfire. Makes a nice jump up to the high ground. Manages to retreat out. Clockwork comes in, helps get the kill. Timbersaw as well with the kisses. I think before that fight, Clock wasn't even 6, but then immediately Clock is 6. Then they can go on ganking sprees with that. Two very active and capable supports versus like 1.5 kind of for Virtus.pro. Like Undying can be active and useful, but only if you're like, you know, pushing and pressing. But like what happened that they got 15-minute Prophet Eggs? They had 15-minute Bloodstone. The Bloodstone was done and ready to go. And a Monkey King who was really farmed, but they just didn't find the space to like rally around as a team and try and maybe utilize like this Tombstone or something to just like force objectives. They played very passive. And one move, like Afterlife, just got completely back into the game because of that.
It felt like perfect moves from Ironcrad. You know, you had a flawless game, didn't die a single time, but also the fact that he was moving top to defend against those moves from VP, where they got to a point where we've shut down the Broodmother enough, let's go fight top. They lost a fight there, they lost a fight mid, and I don't know, just the breakdown from the laning phase, the shot calling to move into that mid game for the actual team fight seemed really sloppy from VP. Definitely not what you expect from a team captained by FNG. Yeah, some drawing board action needed there for that squad, because they won 2 out of their 3 lanes. You know, you'd argue that mid lane was, you know, whatever, it was fine. Leshrac was farming. I really expected them to do much better than that. But well played by one move. You know, they counteracted everything. They won a couple of team fights, got themselves back in the game. Not just the Brood, but the Drow Ranger as well.
Yeah, see if they can keep it together for draft number 2. I mean, I think that overall, like, this was a Brood opener, and they showed that, hey, we can play Brood. So maybe this is a Virtus.pro having to say, all right, never mind, Brood's out. Or maybe they have the first pick, and it's not there. We'll have to find out.
And we will. Quick break. Game 2 coming right your way.